I wanted to give a little rundown on a few dreams I had. Um, a few of them seem like they may be pertinent on what is going on right now, and I just wanted to get them out there. I'm trying to catch up on everything I haven't been able to do for the last few weeks because I've been so struck with all kinds of physical ailments, especially severe migraines, but by the Lord's grace, um, I'm free of those right now. And so I'm trying to do as many videos as I can get out there. Um, I have, just again, in case you didn't see my other video, since I was a little child, I've had prophetic dreams, and I have many people that can testify to this. The Lord is my witness. I'm not have no reason to make any of this up. I'm just putting out there what God has told me to do right now. Maybe I couldn't do it over the last few weeks because it wasn't time then. Maybe now is the time to do it. Anyway, about a month ago, I had a dream. Oh, and by the way, I don't follow politics. This is the first time I'm really paying attention to election. I have a feeling that it's a big distraction. I think, in my opinion, the election is a joke, but that's just my opinion. I do feel that it's a distraction for something that is catastrophic headed our way. I think it has to do with God's holy fire. It could be something to do with the Son as well, and also, obviously, the Son, the Lord Jesus Christ. But about a month ago, I don't know which day it was. I did write it down, but I'm trying to do this really quickly while I have time by myself. That's another story. Anyway, it was about a month ago, and all I remember is Obama was in the dream. He had just had a baby, and the baby, when it came out, it was already 3 years old. Um, my feeling is that this symbolizes we are already 3 years into the trib or the tribulation. Not sure on it, but I just found it weird because, again, don't follow politics and never had a dream about Obama before. Um, let's see, then these I'll go in order. I wrote them down. I'm going to go by memory, but I'll glance down at the paper um, to make sure I got the days right on when I dreamt it, and then I'll just recite it from what I remember. Okay, on November 1st, I dreamt I was putting on a big white oversized cable knit fuzzy sweater. I noticed it was a little bit too big and it was kind of dirty. This one I don't think pertains to anybody else but myself. I think it means, my garments are stained. I'm still not fitting in. I'm not completely ready maybe for my position that God has called me to. That's why the sweater was a little too big. And it needed cleaning. So I need to clean up my act a little bit. I'm trying. Anyway, November 2nd, I dreamt I was in the mountains and snow was everywhere and there was Christmas trees everywhere. Again, I've had about 5 dreams over the last month with Christmas trees or Christmas decorations in them. I think that this has something to do with the time, possibly the time of the rapture, coming around the holidays. Um, I don't celebrate Christmas anymore. I think I honestly think I know it's a pagan tradition, and I don't want to dishonor Christ. But I think the reason why I'm dreaming of Christmas trees is because I'll obviously know what season that is. Anyway, I was up in the mountains. There was snow everywhere, Christmas trees everywhere with snow covered on them. And there was a group of people there with me, and I knew they were going to leave me behind. And they started to leave me behind, and I looked up, and in the sky was a big, giant, green colored eyeball. Just one eye. And I only saw one eye peering at me. It was huge. And I think it was the right eye, but I can't be positive on that. It came down from the sky, and it looks at me, and then I see half of a man's face. He is mad. And the man is mad, and he asked me, did I tell anyone? And then he accused me, yes, you did. You did tell, didn't you? And I got frightened, and I said, no. but I think whatever I was not supposed to tell the others about, um, I was actually going to speak about. I'm not sure exactly what that means. Then I saw a truck and I knew I could drive it, but then I saw Courtney Cox driving away in it, and it was like I was remote viewing this or I was flying above it looking at this. Um, Not really sure why Courtney Cox was in it. Haven't figured that one out yet. If somebody else could tell me. I've been having dreams with different celebrities in them for the past month. And none of these celebrities are any of my favorite people. I don't even really watch TV anymore. So, had another dream about a few weeks ago. That just reminded me of it. It was Tom Cruise. He came out of a hole in the ground and he yelled at Oprah Winfrey, "It's real, it's real." He looked horrified and frightened. And then as I looked, I glanced back at where Tom was. There was bars around the top of the hole, and he sunk back down into the hole. Pretty creepy. Then I had another dream, three dreams actually over the last couple weeks, about famous people coming out of pits or going into pits. So it's pretty weird about that. The next one was Rhianna, who I really don't even know any of her music. I'm surprised I even know her name, but anyway, this was November 3rd. Rhianna was in my dream, and she was in a vehicle. It was a black vehicle, and my dog that was poisoned and killed by gang-stalking Satanists was in the dream. They were both in the back seat, and the car was sinking into a big black pit. I was realizing my dog that's dead was back there, and I knew I could only save Rhianna or my dog. And I knew that Rhianna had laid her own trap for her by going along with the Illuminati. So I chose to save my dog. After I got my dog out, I wanted to go back and have mercy on her and try to save her as well, but it was too late. She had gone into the pit. Okay, the next dream, that was on November 3rd, by the way. November 5th is a dream that my boyfriend and I were going to do something in our room, and I knew I shouldn't. And then I looked up and I saw a hidden camera in the wall. I told my boyfriend there was a camera in the wall and that it was the bank spying on us. That was my first premonition about banks. Didn't think too much of it until then. I got harassed and money stolen from a bank. Just happened over the past week. And now, last night, I had another dream about banks, and I'm not exactly sure what it was. I just remember that banks were stealing from people. But the other dream was that my boyfriend and I were in a small town, and there was people swarming all around us. And when I tried to get a room or get any help to do anything, no one would help me. But then they found out that my boyfriend was affiliated with Hillary Clinton, which he's not, that I know of. I hope and pray he's not. And he was affiliated, and they said, "Oh, why didn't you tell us? You're Mr. Hillary. Anything for Mr. Hillary." And then next thing I look, everybody's wanting to help us. And I look, and there's a swarm of people in a circle, and Hillary Clinton, wearing a red dress, is standing in the middle of the circle, laughing. Well, let me take that back. Cackling. That's kind of what it sounded like. A witch's cackle. It was very creepy. Again, don't vote. Don't want anything to do with her. And I just feel like that could be some sort of a prophetic dream. Okay, so just let me know what you think about that, and if anybody has any other dreams or knows what any of these dreams or any of these celebrities in my dreams symbolize, that would be great. Also, final thing, I had a second dream last night, November 6th, after the Hillary dream. It was a white rabbit. He popped up. I don't know where he came from, but he popped up and opened up a scroll, like an old timey scroll. And I noticed it was like a sealed document. It was a legal document. And he opened it up and he announced, yes, it's all connected. The Brotherhood, the Brotherhood. And then he hopped down a rabbit hole. I know that's symbolic. I think it was in The Matrix. I know it was in Alice in Wonderland, like chasing the rabbit hole or something. If anybody knows anything about that, that would be helpful. And then the Brotherhood, I'm assuming, is Illuminati. The satanic cults and all that are connected. And I think the banks are also connected in this. My gut feeling is our money is going to collapse. And just wanted to put these dreams out there. And y'all have a blessed night. Please say prayers for our nation to turn back to God. And say prayers, y'all, for other people on YouTube that are truthers. Say prayers for the Christians. Say prayers for the people that are lost. We just need to pray, pray, pray. And God bless y'all, and ta-ta!